If there was one movie I've gotten more requests for than like anything else, it's probably the new Snow White movie. But somewhere not too far down the list is A Simple Favor. So I finally got around to it. I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes, as we all do, and I was like, wow, okay, this must be a pretty fantastic movie. I wonder why so many people keep telling me to make a video about it. And then we watched it. Who in the gosh darn freaking heck is giving it these scores? Did we all watch the same movie? Let me tell you about this movie, okay? Come along, let's take a walk. So first thing, we have our main character, Stephanie. Now, Stephanie is a single stay-at-home mom who makes YouTube vlogs. I can already tell this is gonna be a classic.
Hi moms, Stephanie here. Today, as promised, I'm gonna share my zucchini chocolate chip cookie recipe. But first, many of you have asked me for an update on the Emily situation.
Okay, I'm sorry. First of all, these thumbnails would not work. You know who's clicking on these? Frickin' nobody. Also, how is she still using 2008 YouTube? I love how movies about internet stuff can just like never get anything right. You know, the YouTubes, the TikToks, it's all cutesy vlogs and songify remixes, right? And then actually it's 8-hour video essays about iCarly and then like allegation drama videos about some dude named Smeg Rocket 34.
I'm sorry, we're all really worried. And I'm doing everything I can to help the police track her down. But I'm realizing I don't know her as well as I thought I did. It's like my mom used to say, God rest her soul, secrets are like margarine. Easy to spread, bad for the heart.
What is this, like, church youth pastor advice? Hey kids, sinning is like eating a whole cake. It might seem fun in the moment, but then how do you feel afterward? I'm sad because I want more cake. The heck is wrong with you, Samantha?
As different as we are, I do consider Emily my best friend. She is this wonderful, elegant person. And our sons brought us together, actually. Well, for our new friends, I'll just start from the beginning.
And so the movie kicks off where Stephanie starts to tell us about her best friend, Emily. So Stephanie's like one of those super brown nosy volunteer moms who makes like being a mom just her entire everything.
And then if she can't make it, I can still bring my balloons and helium tank.
Please tell me you don't actually own a helium tank, Stephanie.
I think lots of people own helium tanks, Stacy, because kids love balloons. Do you not have one? You bad parent?
So Stephanie has a kid who's like 6 or something like that, and he has a best friend who wants to play. And so Stephanie, of course, has to talk to the mom about it.
Oh, my baby. Look at your shirt. Did any food make it into your mouth?
Ask her, Nikki, ask her.
Ask me what?
We want a play date.
Oh, we can't. Mommy already has a play date with a symphony of antidepressants.
Ah, yes, another fellow millennial, I see. I love how like every millennial now is just this, except they don't even have kids. They just like have to make 2 phone calls in one day. So after some back and forth, Emily agrees to have Stephanie and her kid over to hang out for a while, as long as Emily can drink something, which like, who knows what that could mean.
Cute socks.
Oh, thanks. They're from Target. It's $10 a pack. It's so great. Yeah, Target. They have other animals. They have these squirrel ones are cute. They have chipmunks.
Golly gee, I wonder who sponsored this movie. So here we learn that Emily has this extravagant life where she works in PR for some big fashion brand, and her husband is/was a writer who struck it big like 10 years ago.
No, he wrote a book 10 years ago. It made him the toast of the town. I actually had to stalk him to make him fall in love with me. But then nothing. He never wrote anything ever again. It's the old bait and switch.
What was the book?
Oh, it was just his Wattpad series about Harry Styles falling in love with a dinosaur who's actually just an awkward, quirky, relatable girl who got cursed because her mom sold her to a witch to pay off her gambling debt. Is that a thing people read?
Like you would not believe, Stephanie.
And so as the conversation goes on, we get to learn a little more about who Emily and Stephanie are as like people, you know?
I have an oopsie jar in the pantry. It's like, put a quarter in for every bad word.
You should smash the oopsie jar. That might change your life.
Yeah, well, sorry.
Don't say you're sorry. You don't need to do that. You don't need to apologize. It's a female habit. You don't need to be sorry for anything ever.
Wait, never apologize for anything ever? Hold on a second, Emily. I swear we've dated before. This whole kind of like first act of the movie here, it's just like, it's written so weird. Like the dialogue in this movie is so try-hard in terms of like making Emily seem like so cool and mysterious or whatever.
So you dating anyone?
I tried eHarmony for a while, and then that mother of 3 wound up with her head in a trash can. You remember that? What?
Come on, baby. You're too sexy to give up. If your head's gonna end up in a trash can, your head's gonna end up in a trash can.
It just feels like in those like cheesy teen romance movies, where like the hot guy, he's so like clever and he's one step ahead of the girl the whole conversation. Like that's what's happening here, except it's 2 30-year-olds talking like a Wattpad fanfic. Anyway, so after Emily makes them both some of her classic martinis, which is basically just like rubbing alcohol mixed with WD-40, they both get to talking more and we learn a whole lot of everything we didn't want to know.
You are so nice. I have no idea how you've survived this long.
Not as nice as you think, so.
Are you baiting me?
No, I'm just saying. Everybody has a dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us are better at hiding it than others.
You want to trade confessions?
Code red, run for your life, Stephanie, it's an ambush, code red! And so Stephanie, about 4 bottles of toilet cleaner deep at this point, starts talking about how her husband and her brother died in a car crash years ago, and so now she lives off her late husband's life insurance money.
Struggling to make ends meet. My husband had life insurance, thank goodness, but not a lot. I put half of that away for Miles' college, and so with that coming in, the money still runs out in 2020.
Well, Stephanie, have I got some news for you about what's coming? And then the conversation just takes the most insane twist of all time.
My dad died when I was a senior in high school. This boy showed up to the funeral. And it turned out he was my half-brother. But he sees me, you know? Like, he really sees me. So...
You Shrek him. My dude, Batman himself could not have gotten that out of me. So this becomes like a kind of sort of like bonding moment between Stephanie and Emily where like they both learn a bunch of dark secrets about each other and so therefore they are now best friends because of mutually assured destruction. Girl friendship. I love how girl friendships are like, this is my best friend because she knows all my trauma and my secrets and if I don't keep her close then she might run her mouth and ruin my entire life. And then guy friendships are like, yeah, this is Jim. He beat me in a farting contest in college once.
You know what? I don't know. It's these stupid martinis.
Hey, brother.
Shrek.
Do you want to stay for dinner?
I shouldn't have even said anything. Yeah, I do want to stay for dinner. That would be lovely.
I can't wait to see what you cook.
You know what? I'm gonna cook you the best meal of your life, and you're gonna feel really bad about being so mean right now.
Anyway, so now they're best friends. So one day, Emily calls up Stephanie on the phone, which she does a lot, but this time it's different.
Hi.
Stephanie, thank God you picked up. Hey, I just have a little emergency.
Oh, really? Nope. It's a coincidence. I was just...
I need your help.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but I do need just a simple favor.
Whoa, she said the name of the movie in the movie? No wonder it got these scores. Modern day masterpiece, I tell you what.
Can you grab Nikki from school? Sean's in London. His mother broke her hip, and I got a big fire to put out at work.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Poor Sean. Poor you.
And so Stephanie watches both kids, but that night, Emily never comes back, and this play date turns into like 3 days. So naturally, Stephanie's kind of starting to wonder what's going on. Emily's husband doesn't know where she is because he was visiting his mom in London the whole time and just got back.
She is an enigma, my wife. That's what drew me to her. It can also make her impossible. She can be so fiercely private. You can get closer, you can never quite reach her. She's like a beautiful ghost.
I'm sorry. Did Blake Lively write this herself? Wow, she's so enigmatic and perfect and mysterious and amazing and beautiful and nothing's ever her fault. And so, tired of waiting around doing nothing, Stephanie decides to take things into her own hands and figure out what the heck is going on with Emily.
I know a lot of you are hung up on the idea that the husband is always the primary suspect. I know, I've seen Law & Order. He's an amazing husband and an amazing father. So, the police haven't been much help. But every mom knows if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself.
I'm sorry. This is the most pandering movie I've ever seen. So she dresses up all nice and tries to go to Emily's work to see if she can figure out anything about anything.
Super helpful.
Thanks for holding. How may I direct your call?
I can't tell if you're talking to me. You're looking right at me.
Please hold.
Okay, just gonna...
Mr. Nylon's not here right now.
Great, I'll wait.
Knock yourself out.
Slight tangent here for a second, okay? But I feel like this movie just has no idea what kind of movie it wants to be. Anna Kendrick is playing it like her typical quirky girl absurdist comedy, like Pitch Perfect or whatever. But the rest of the movie is not at all like that. Tonally, this movie is all over the place. It's kind of like this unsettling sapphic thriller, but then it just tries to be like a relatable mom comedy at just the most random times. It's just it's not self-aware or funny enough to be an actual comedy, but it tries to be funny too often to be taken seriously as a mystery thriller, if that makes sense. Anyway, Stephanie sneaks into Emily's office and finds some interesting little somethings, but when she tries to sneak back out again, she gets stopped by Emily's big-name fashion designer boss guy.
Listen, you bargain basement Tom Ford. If you don't have this Ken doll and hand me this second, I will tell the thousands of moms that watch my vlog that Dennis Nylon is a bully who victimizes women, and that they should stop buying your tacky blouses made by Indonesian children, because if you lose moms, you lose business.
This is just getting kind of painful now, okay? The setup of this movie is all about moms and being a mom, but that has nothing to do with the actual movie at all. Stephanie's always talking about how being a mom is a really hard job, which I agree with, by the way. But then the movie itself, she's just pawning her kid off left and right to random people while she investigates all this stuff. Or her kid is at school all day while she lives off insurance money and makes YouTube vlogs about friendship bracelets. This is when Kim Kardashian talks about anything related to being a mom, and she's like, one of our 7 nannies called in sick. What am I supposed to do? Uh-huh, that sure sounds rough. Like, real talk, I think Despicable Me 1 does a better job of showing the hardships of being a single parent. Anyway, so after some supermom super sleuthing, Stephanie starts to get an idea of where Emily might have run off to.
With cookies and origami. But for you moms who want to help, we know that Emily was driving a white Kia that she rented from a budget at LaGuardia Airport on the 24th. And I did a little digging, so the license plate is...
And so one of the moms who watches Stephanie sees Emily, apparently, and one thing leads to another. They find the car and Emily's body at the bottom of a lake in Michigan. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show this part, but again, like, Anna Kendrick is over here making a quirky mom comedy, and then they just show Emily's waterlogged body being pulled out of a lake, and then it's right back to trying to be a quirky comedy again.
Hi.
Are those,
Oh, yeah, they are. They're from your last-minute brownie entry.
I can't believe you watched my vlog.
Well, I mean, to be honest, when we first started watching it, we were just making fun of you. But,
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, like, it goes from this to this, and then 4 minutes later, it's this really sad, messed up father-son scene.
She made this happen. She made my mom die.
That's crazy, and you know that.
She's trying to be my new mom.
Sweetie, I'm not trying to be your mom.
I want my
I
mom.
know you do, baby. I know you do, but calm down.
Mom's right. You are a loser.
Is that what she told you drunk at 2 in the afternoon?
What the heck even is this movie? But yeah, so, kind of a bummer. They just found out Emily's dead, and so they grieve as any normal person would.
I don't know if... Yeah.
We should.
My dudes, the funeral was like 2 hours ago. So the next chunk of the movie is Stephanie and Emily's husband falling in love, and Stephanie moves in, she sells her house, and everything's going pretty great. Until Emily's son keeps talking about how he sees his mom all the time, and like she gave him this envelope to give to Stephanie.
I came back to life, like your mom.
Okay, the dolls are going in your backpacks or they're going in the trash. I mean it.
Stephanie, my mom told me to give you this.
Now, this movie's like way longer than it should be, so I'm just gonna skip ahead like a lot. So, long story short, Stephanie finds out that Emily went to this church camp thing when she was a kid, and so she once again pawns her kid off on someone else so she can drive all the way to Michigan. And she finds out that Emily actually has a twin sister, and their real names are Hope and Faith.
Hope and faith.
So she goes to talk to Emily's mom, and between that and looking at microfiche at the local library, we find out that the twins set part of their house on fire to kill their religious zealot dad, and they ran away, changed their names, and never looked back. The body they found in the lake matches Emily's DNA, but it was full of, like, stuff that Emily doesn't do. Wink, wink. So Stephanie puts it together that the body in the lake was actually Emily's sister. Emily faked her own death to collect her own life insurance money, and Emily's son was telling the truth that his mom's still alive.
I was struggling to find closure surrounding the death of my best friend, so I drove up to the lake where she drowned. I feel closer to Emily than I've ever felt. Almost like a twin. I hope that you're listening. You gotta have faith. It's just like, when my murder cover-up conspiracy plot goes wrong, I know I can always count on Coca-Cola. Oh yeah, also, by the way, sorry, forgot to mention, Stephanie's kid's real dad is most likely her half-brother, which has nothing to do with anything. They just throw it in there in a flashback to explain the car crash that didn't need explaining.
I just want the truth.
What are you talking about?
About Miles and Chris.
Chris? My brother Chris? I don't...
Yeah, your brother.
Is Miles mine or not?
What is even the point of any of this? Like, a really good insane comedy movie would be something like Jennifer's Body or like Bottoms. Like, they have a very clear vision of what they're trying to be, and they just are that the whole time. And like, I think they work so well because the premise is just so absurd, but the movies commit to the bit the whole time. This movie feels almost like it was meant to be a parody or something of like every bored housewife's favorite soap opera tropes, you know, like secret twins, and she had a baby with her brother, and setting your parents on fire, and the quirky mom gets to bang the hot neighbor dad. But they just don't really commit to the black comedy parody part, so the movie's just a complete mess. So the end of the movie, okay, Stephanie and Emily's husband are kinda together, but Emily's still alive, and she doesn't want to give her husband up yet because he's the ticket to actually getting the insurance money.
You made me think that he had gone insane as well as Stephanie.
Well, the clock is ticking now. Nancy Drew knows too much. If she
Shrek?
f***s up my insurance money coming through, I'm taking you down with me.
You're taking me down with
Well,
me.
of course, this was all your plan.
Psycho.
Mike.
I don't know where.
My dude, she is not hot enough to be worth all this, okay? I mean, like, she's hot, but like, come on. So she gets him to say that he doesn't have any feelings for Stephanie. She plays this audio for Stephanie, and together they make a plot to get the husband arrested for everything Emily did. But then, actually, Stephanie was plotting with the husband to get back at Emily, and it all goes wrong, but Stephanie was actually a reverse quadruple agent and double crosses the double crosser or something or whatever.
Being a mom is a full-time job. What I do is hard work. And I have my vlog on top of that, and that's just getting bigger and bigger. If you came on the vlog and confessed to killing your father and sister and held me at gunpoint, I could probably hit 1 million subscribers. We're live streaming. Did you not know that? Wave hi to the moms. Yeah, they make nanny cams so small these days.
And then Emily tries to run away, and the movie just turns into like Mean Girls / Mr. Bean at the end.
Don't do this to Nikki! Come on, you're still his mom!
America's hybrids. Silent, but deadly.
Why? And then Emily goes to prison for 20 years, and that's the end of the movie. This is just one of the most bafflingly messy movies I think I've ever seen. Like, I'm not even trying to be contrarian here, but like, I truly do not understand these scores. This movie is so stupid. It's like an entire season of Riverdale in one movie. And then 7 years after it came out, it's getting a sequel now in just like a few days? Who asked for this? I mean, if you like this movie, that's fine. Okay, whatever. People like whatever they like. I'm sure I like stuff that you think is stupid too. But for me, this is just like, what? I guess the thing about this movie that really annoys me is not even just that it's bad, because like, I mean, I've watched a ton of bad movies, but like, it has so much potential to be like a really cool mystery thriller thing, and then it just like squanders the whole thing, you know, all the dark secrets with Stephanie, and it's like, none of them have anything to do with like the movie. Like, if there was a point where like Stephanie has to kind of stay friends with Emily because Emily's like, oh, if you don't, I'm gonna tell everyone what you told me about your brother, you know, like, it never comes back to mean anything. It's just like, look at how messed up Stephanie is, but it's like, okay, cool. The movie's clearly trying to be like a unreliable narrator type thing where you find out that like Stephanie lies a lot about herself or whatever, but like never means anything. I found the movie pretty straightforward, and like never once did I like question who Stephanie was siding with. Like, a really cool kind of like unreliable type of plot twist, whatever, would have been like, maybe at the end you don't really know which twin is Emily. Like, Emily comes back and she's like, yeah, I did this to my sister, blah, blah, blah. But then like, maybe there's some stuff that happens where you're like, wait, is this Hope or is this Faith? Who is it? And it's like ambiguous or something. Like, that would have been kind of cool, right? You know, when you have movies that are mostly comedy and then you throw in just like little bits of emotional impact, I feel like that works really well. A lot of the best Pixar movies do that, or like really silly movies like Mrs. Doubtfire, or even like, you know, Spy Kids 2, whatever. Like, you have those scenes where it's like, it's really goofy, but then there's this moment where you're just like, man, that part hit me so hard, you know? I feel like when you do the other way though, when it's like a mostly serious movie and then there's little bits of comedy, I feel like it almost cheapens the movie. And like, it's kind of a cult classic, I guess. And like, I'm not saying it's an unwatchable mess, but like we started watching, and then about 20 minutes in, Kelsey turns to me and she goes, I hate this movie so much. But like I said, if you like it, you know, that's fine.